Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. They're greatly appreciated. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is originally created for Tuesday, the 25th of July, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a different date, but it makes sense to your situation, by all means utilize it. I do believe that the readings can find us when we need them rather than what they were originally created for. This is a broad spectrum reading, so I do speak in broad terms. It is for all signs, so you need to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's broken or wrong. You're not doing anything right on your path. It just may not be your reading today. I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning reading, which is the reading I do on Sunday that looks at the week ahead. That is like another layer of energy that's going on underneath these cards as we look at them daily. So if you hear me referring to cards that you don't see in this reading, I'm referring back to that reading, and you can check that out in the lower left-hand corner of this video at the end of this video. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily or my weekly videos. In there is just some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing my channel, what decks I'm using in the reading, how to contact me on social media, either via my Facebook business page or my Instagram. If you are interested in a private reading, those are available, but you would need to reach out to me to initiate that conversation. Please know that I will never reach out to you and try and sell you a reading. If somebody were to do that, it is more than likely an imposter. I always believe that, people come to me when they need readings through spirit, and that spirit finds the right people at the right time when I need to read them. So I trust when you know it's right for you, you will reach out to me, kind of thing. Beyond that, easy ways to support the channel. You can hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I put up a new video, which is daily, and share the video out or leave me a question or comment on the video. That also greatly helps, and I really do appreciate all of that. Alright, so let's get into this and see where this is at. Where are we at today? I feel really not well today. Like under the weather. I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. with like the most wicked headache. I went back to bed and then I'm up now, and that's why I'm filming this later than normal, but I just don't feel right. What does Spirit want us to know for the 25th of July? Alright, so our first card out is the Four of Swords, Solitude and Healing. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but there's a man meditating there in the center of those swords. Do you see him? The Four of Swords is about going inward, clearing our brain, our thoughts, our communications, choosing our communications more wisely, more carefully, how we communicate, what we're thinking, instead of kind of, living in a mess of this and that, or this choice, that choice. This is about really trying to balance that out and find a foundational sort of mental well-being amidst all of that. Really clearing out the opinions and thoughts of others and maybe what their needs or wants are, and knowing clearly what our needs or wants are, or what we need to communicate in a situation and how we need to communicate it. This is a card about also taking time for the self to get clear on whatever it is that we need to get clear on, whatever it is that we want stability around, especially, it being a swords card, mental stability, clear, calm, quiet. What was the underpinning card? I feel it was the Two of Swords, wasn't it not? Let me look. The underpinning card was the Two of Swords, so Two of Swords is underneath this, which is to me a no, or like a boundary being drawn, a choice being made. We might be getting clarity around that choice with this Four of Swords here, or, finding enough clarity so that we can make that choice and keep ourselves centered, grounded, clear on what it is that we need and what it is we need to communicate within a relationship or situation that heals us, that gives us space to breathe, to think more clearly, to see things more clearly, all of that kind of stuff. Let's go to the Cosmic Insights card. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Another moon is there. I think I said this last week, you know, we had the new moon in Cancer, and then I know Venus is going retrograde, and I have a feeling that the water signs are going to feel this more so, and I'm a water sign myself, and I can tell you I'm feeling like crap today. I don't know why, but I don't feel very well. Whether we're dealing with this water sign or we're dealing with our emotions, let's say, because water signs can represent the emotional aspects of things, I think that this is the Four of Swords helping us to get a little bit of clarity around how we feel about a situation and what we think and what we communicate in regards to that situation, both mentally and emotionally, right? Our feels could be all up. We could be being affected by, like, say, the moon, the planet, the tide, similar to the water signs and how they would be being affected. Our emotions could be on the table right now. But I don't think that we're being messy about it. I think that we're being aware of it and we're being clear, concise, trying to find peace, solitude, and understanding of how we may feel around a situation. And then ultimately communicating or finding clarity in communication with that to be able to feel stable and not, you know, the toss, push, pull of the heart against the mind, so to speak. It's more like the two feel like they're coming together to work together to serve us, if that makes sense. Let's go to the Star Maiden Oracle. This is a major arcana card coming from Spirit for us. I'll take it. It's Piscean energy. It's the High Priestess, Shroud of Mystery. She's the queen of all spiritual secrets, right? She's tapped in. She knows where she belongs in the universe, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. I think that because the High Priestess represents secrets, it makes me think that some of this work with the Four of Swords it's obviously internal work, but it may be stuff that only we need to be clear on. Like, in essence, we don't necessarily need to prove it to anyone else or sway anybody to our way of seeing things or being. It's about just understanding how we feel, what we think, and the truth of that, the power of the truth of that too, because the High Priestess is a very powerful card. She is very connected to her higher purpose, to higher knowledge, to higher wisdom, right? She understands what she needs, when she needs it, and how she needs it, and she knows how to go about getting it. And she may do so in the background or secretively, right? We can bring about, it's almost like I feel like this High Priestess is telling us we can bring about our own healing to ourselves today through this Four of Swords, and the Water Signs card is like through our own inventory of our thoughts, our feelings, and not running from them, but actually facing them and learning from them, you know, not hiding from them. We don't have to necessarily put them all out on the table for everybody else to have a say on what they think they are, you know, because that's kind of the secretiveness of the High Priestess. But for us to be okay with where we're at, how we're feeling, how we're thinking, is going to be important, and it's going to empower us, I think, as we move forward through the week. So let's go to the clarifiers. Eight of Wands, that's forward movement. Page of Wands, definitely new beginnings. And the Eight of Swords, we have two eights. Interesting. I almost get this sense that when I look at these clarifiers, some of us might be feeling a push-pull between staying or going. Like the Eight of Wands would be going and moving forward. The Eight of Swords would be staying and struggling to, not struggling per se, but trying to make sense of a situation that already exists that we've been dealing with. The Page of Wands to me would be about new opportunities, new excitement, new desires, new beginnings, or finding new ways to work within a situation. But the situation that we might be in may feel confining or has felt confining in the past, hence that Eight of Swords. And ultimately what I think we want is the freedom of the Eight of Wands. That's why we're seeking through the Four of Swords clarity and the stability that the Four of Swords provides, and the wisdom and the knowledge of the High Priestess to move us through this situation that maybe has felt, what's the word, has felt like a trap before, or we felt stuck in, or didn't know the answer. I believe that the answer is coming to us, but we have to do the work to find it. In other words, like whether that's the work meaning like going inward, listening to the self, listening to our own internal High Priestess, and gathering that knowledge, that wisdom, so that we can move forward. And moving forward doesn't necessarily have to mean departing from the situation completely. It can for some of you, but some of you it could just be this Page of Wands energy could be a new way of approaching the situation, or acting within the situation, speaking within the situation, that transforms it, that frees it, that allows us to feel more momentum, movement, or empowered to make choices and changes within the situation that we didn't feel like were already there. Or in the past we didn't feel that way with that Eight of Swords there. It seems to me like there feels like there's either a choice to choose the Eight of Wands or the Eight of Swords, or there's a release that's taking place where we're leaving from the Eight of Swords into the Eight of Wands and moving forward, regardless of what others think, need, want within this situation. Let's go to the grounding stone. The grounding stone is on Tiger's Eye, and the word is generosity. So I think this is about being kind to ourselves and being generous to ourselves and giving ourselves the space to free ourselves from whatever has been plaguing us, worrying us, had us tied up emotionally, whatever we've been mulling about and not feeling like we have an answer to it. I think that the answer is coming. I think that we need to be generous with ourselves and give ourselves the time and the space, quieting our mind and the voices or opinions of others within the given situation, to allow ourselves to find the truth, to find the change, the freedom, the shift that we need so that we can move forward. And giving ourselves that gift would be a form of generosity. Also, even if it's something that, if our truth is something that other people don't necessarily like or vibe with, it's still our truth, and if we act from that truth, we're actually doing them a favor by being true and honoring ourselves, whether they understand it or not. Does that make sense? So in a way, that's being generous to them also. I hope that makes sense, you guys. Sorry I'm a little off today, I just don't feel very well. Please tune in tomorrow. That's your reading. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video out, leave a question or comment. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Hopefully whatever truth you do find today does set you free, and enjoy it. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.